You're watching Lindenwood Women's ACHA Hockey on the Women's ACHA YouTube channel. Welcome to Centene Community Ice Center for tonight's matchup between the host Lindenwood Lions and the UMass Amherst Minutemen. Minutemen coming in 9-6-1 while the Lions are at 2-7-1 as we are getting ready to get the starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we will turn everything over to the PA for that. We are about ready for hockey here at the Centene Community Ice Center. Lineups have been announced, national anthem has been played, and we are set for a great ACHA D1 matchup between the Lions and the Minutemen. Starting lineup for the Lions, Jordan Tung, number one, starting in goal, a freshman out of Fresno, British Columbia. Spent 2 seasons in the Canadian Sports School Hockey League with the OHA female U17 prep team. And this year she's 2-2 with a 2.33 goals against average. Bryn Carter and Madison Teague will be on defense. Caitlin Weeks, Ava Bilton, and Devin Doty will be the forwards for the Lions. Should be a good one here tonight, as this is the first game for both teams in the second half of the season. For the Lions, it's the start of 3 games in 4 days. They'll face Michigan State tomorrow night and then Arizona State on Monday morning. For the Minutemen, they're going to line up with Hannah Gromko, Brianna O'Neill, and Olivia Jordan, Danielle Craig, and Shelby Little. In net will be Sarah Matthews, and we are underway here. Lions have possession, but giving it away right away to O'Neill. She fires that shot high, and Tung having trouble finding it. Refs also having trouble finding it, but finally able to sit down on the puck and prevent it from going in was Tung off the shot from O'Neill. O'Neill, one of the alternate captains on this Minutemen team, 10 goals, 9 assists in 16 games played. She wins the draw, pushes forward, puts that one off the back of the net, and behind the net is the Minutemen. Carter will push it forward up to Weeks. Kept in there by UMass, and now Teague will collect. She'll look to push forward, able to get it to Weeks to tip in, and she misses it, so it'll be an icing call, and we'll head back down to the Lions zone just 34 seconds into this game. Now for the Lions, they got to come out strong. They've won 3 of their last 4 games before that holiday break, outscoring opponents 19-9, but they have to start stronger and get a couple of goals if they want to continue to put this pressure on, and by doing that, they're going to have to find an answer on the power play as well. 3.2% success rate, almost dead last in the ACHA. Did score 1 against Maryville back on December 1st, but they're going to have to start clicking quickly as Madison Teague and Hillary Pierce, the only 2 goal scorers on the man advantage for the Lions. For UMass, it's just continuing the team effort. You know, Sarah Matthews ranks 11th in goals against among all D1 goalies. They got 3 players in the top 10 in point producers in their division and a +10 goal differential, only allowing 32 goals. It's the team game that wins things for UMass, and it's going to have to continue tonight if they want to come away victorious. Scrum in the corner, and that is Carter who comes away with it. She loses it, and UMass picks it up behind the net. They'll sweep that one down low. That's Wall. She'll send it around the boards. Picked up there by Sparrow. Battling hard there is Weeks and Carter. Carter finally able to pull that one free, and she'll send it to the far side to Teague. Teague has some room to skate. She crosses the red line, will dump it in and go on a line change. In the corner. Picked up there by Pierce. She tries to send it to Harushko and cannot. Now Antonio will whip it right back in. Setting things up will be Matthews. In there is Pierce once again. Speed of Antonio, she can't get there. And now here comes UMass. That pass eludes the stick of Joanna Dustin, and in offside are the Lions as Arden Harushko just to step in. A nice crowd trickling in here for this one. A late Friday night game. So we got underway just a little bit after 9:40 tonight. Harushko in there on the drop. She wins it. Stepping up there will be Martinez. She'll dump it in, but UMass gets it right back out. And now here's Keller. Far side, Martinez fans on the clearing attempt. Gets it up to Antonio. She can't get it out on the first try. That's kept in by Dustin. Swept out there. Opportunity to push forward for the Lions. That one is sent in. That was Kaylee Keller. She's putting the pressure on. That one slips past Saskia Fuchs and out to Cameron at the blue line. She'll send it back in off the stick. That was Nickel. Cameron pinches in but can't keep it alive, and now Harushko will backtrack. Harushko checked there by Sarah Young, and that's going to draw a penalty. So the Lions will get a power play here early on as they try to find an answer for this power play that has struggled not just for this Lions team, but for all the Lindenwood programs as well as the professional team that practices here, the Blues. Power play has not been kind to any of them. It's going to the box will be Sarah Young. So 2 minutes for the Lions. We'll see if they were able to figure something out over the holiday break. Harushko, Antonio, and Bilton out there at the forward positions. Pierce out there with Teague. Teague has it, dishes it off to Antonio. She looks, hesitates, sends it back up to Teague at the point. Over to Pierce, back to Teague, looking to work it around quickly. That one deflected there by Bilton, stopped by Matthews. Antonio now has it, back up top to Teague. Low shot right into the gut of Matthews, and she'll hold that one for a face-off. But 2 early shots on the power play, exactly what this Lions team needed. We talked about Sarah Matthews, though. She has been stellar so far this year. There's another face-off win there from Harushko. Gets it to Teague, now to Antonio. Back to Teague. She has to push in a little bit too tight there, but kept in there and sends it to Antonio. She spins, works the puck down low. Spin move again, back up top to Teague. Teague hesitates. Antonio fires that one into the glove of Matthews. And another face-off upcoming with 1:25 to go in the power play. For Matthews, she was the captain of her high school team her senior year. She was a bronze medal USA Hockey Girls Tier 2 national champion as well. So she has a very nice pedigree, and she has really continued that here at the collegiate level. This one's sent up the middle of the zone, but Teague is right there. She sends it forward, broken up by UMass. Teague keeps it in once more, slides it over to Antonio. Antonio hesitates, over to Teague. Puck's been kept at the top of the zone, and now that's pushed out there by Craig, and that'll allow the Minutemen to get a change, and Teague will backtrack. Pierce now has it in her own zone. She goes cross ice. Pushing forward is Mackenzie Cameron. She gets into the zone, tries to dipsy-do around a defender, chops a shot toward the net. It goes wide, and UMass picks it up and sends it right back down. Shelby Little. And now Jessica Wither will set up behind her net with 35 to go in the advantage. Pushes it up to Weeks. That one's behind her, and she can't pick it up. Pierce tried to swipe it in, but it goes right to the defenseman for UMass. They'll send it right back down. Wither again behind her net. Cross ice, no one there, and that's sent right back in by the Minutemen and Grace Flanagan. Here comes Devin Doty into the zone. That shot right there for Matthews to collect again, and with 9 seconds to go in the advantage, another face-off coming in the UMass zone. 4 shots to 1 in favor of the Lions, as Sarah Young is getting ready to exit the box. For a power play that has struggled this year for the Lions, a pretty decent power play opportunity. Gotten 3 shots on net, but they have been keeping that puck at the top of the zone versus getting that puck down low and maybe getting Matthews going back and forth in front of her own net. She's been able to square up to the puck pretty much every chance she's had. Antonio will be on the draw, as the UMass forward kicked out of the draw. Antonio wins it to Carter. She'll push it to the far side. That's picked off, and now an opportunity here. In, back move, and a stop there by Tongue, as a late shorthanded breakaway is stopped, and now here come the Lions. Teague right back in. She tries to go around the net. She's walled off. Flanagan picks it up, sends this one forward. One broken up by Carter, but UMass comes away with it. 1-on-3 into the zone, going wide, and spinning is Kaylee Wall. She'll send it behind the net, or it's picked up by Teague, and she'll rim it off the glass and out of the zone. Sydney Eitel will pick things up for the Minutemen. She'll whip it around to Sarah Dunford. Sent to the front of the zone, trying to pick out a forward. Into the zone there. Shot goes wide off the stick of Shapiro. Doty battling hard in the corner there. She'll send it behind her net. Picked up by the Lions, and now Miller has that one go off her stick. Fed into the middle of the zone. Martinez was right there for it. And punching it right back in is Dunford. Tongue tries to set it up behind her net, and she misses it. And right back in is Dustin. She loses the puck, and now breaking out is Wither. She clears the zone. Pressure there by Craig. That puck walled along the near boards. Now Martinez goes to the other side to Pierce. She tries to chip it in off a UMass defender into the zone, but cleared out. That's going to go down for an icing call. Yes, it is. Icing against the Minutemen. 13:55 to go here in the first. Rushko loses that draw. Pierce tries to send it in front as she collects. That one chipped forward. That's going to be off a high stick from Cameron. And if she touches it first, or Blaskovich does, and that's going to be whistled down, and that faceoff will come down in the Lions zone. And shot and a goal right off the face-off. Quick opportunity there. And Brianna O'Neill picks up the first goal of the game at 13:41 of the first. That was so quick, I barely had time to look up. One right back in the zone by UMass. Broken up by the Lions. They clear the zone. Right back in. Cameron has it. Stolen for the moment. Fuchs punches it out. Kept alive there nicely there by Sarah Young. And that's whipped around the Lions end boards. Teague under pressure there. Again, there is Young. She sends that one in front. No one there. And Fuchs picks it up. She'll look to race forward. Dumps that one into the UMass bench. That'll come to center. Refs having a conversation with Ava Bilton at center. And they're going to send Doty off. And, oh no, they're going to let Doty stay in. But Bilton is kicked from the circle, and Caitlin Weeks will now take the draw against Sparrow. Sparrow wins that one. Weeks gets a stick on it. She tries to push it forward, broken up by Sparrow. She'll send it into the Lions zone. Going back on it is Martinez. Martinez off the boards. Tries to get that one past Kayla Russ, and she can't. It's kept alive. And now Martinez again off the boards. Weeks kicks it out with her skate. And the Minutemen reset. Wither steps forward, keeps that one alive in the neutral zone. Doty sends it down, and that'll allow the Lions to get a line change. And Ganero comes to the near side to Russ. She'll send it forward, but right there for Harushko. She'll send the shot to the net, but Matthews able to paddle that one aside with ease. And that's sent forward to Russ. She goes into the far corner. Tries to circle the net on Blaskovich, but she gets a good stick on her and breaks it up. Harushko to Cameron, far corner. Off the glass, kept in there by the Minutemen, but a good play there by Pierce to punch it out. She'll stick that one down into the Minutemen zone and go after it. Itel rims it around the boards. Antonio keeps it alive for the moment, but punched out again. This is Wall. She's into the zone 2-on-2 with Shapiro, who puts a backhander. Tongue kicks that one out. And now Harushko. 3-on-3 advantage here. Harushko sends it forward. Now to Antonio in the middle. She goes to the backhand. Good stick check there by Jordan. Harushko now has it behind the net. She looks to feed it in front to Pierce. That one's blocked by Shapiro. And her and Harushko do battle in the corner. Harushko will send it to the far corner, where it is picked up by Dunford. Sent out of the zone, and racing after it will be Bryn Carter. She sends it along the near boards, out of the zone. Right back in by Jordan on a delayed offside. That'll allow Teague some time to go back and pick it up and pick out a outlet pass. Keller makes two defenders miss. Broken up. Teague again sends that one forward. That one's going to go on goal, so no icing. Picked up there by Craig. Teague keeps that one in. Keller, and now behind the net. Again, stolen by UMass, and they'll push it out of the zone. Wither has it on the near side. Sent around the boards. Lions able to make a line change. comes UMass. Good stick there by Martinez to break that one up. She tried to pick out Miller. She now has it at the blue line, sends it across ice to Marina Everett. First game for Everett for this Lions team. A new addition. And now Wither. Sends it up to Miller. And dumps that one into the zone. Pierce will race after it. Matthews sets things up there for Flanagan. One picked off by Weeks, but pushed forward again there by Sarah Young. She races into the zone, looks to go wide. Good defensive play there by Weeks to break it up, but Young able to pick it up in the far corner. This one up to the point. Skips over the stick, but right to Young. She sweeps behind the net. Under pressure there from Cameron. She bodies her into the boards. Weeks is in there to try and dig that one out, and she does. Gets that one up to Pierce, who clears the zone. That one's going to go all the way down. No icing as it's waved off. That's going to allow Flanagan to try an outlet pass. This one to the near side. Goes into the Lions zone. No one there for UMass. Bilton will pick this one up. She tries to go around number 7, Lily Sparrow, but loses the puck, and now Carter has to try and exit the zone herself. Gets it to Doty. Finally cleared out to Weeks. She's late on a shift. She'll want to dump that one down and go off on a change, as is Doty. This one pulled out by Julia Williams. She's knocked down there by Antonio, and that's going to draw a minor. So now UMass will head to the advantage with 8:42 to go, and they hold a 1-0 lead on the goal from Brianna O'Neill. So 2 roughing penalties called in this first period. Lions were unable to take advantage of the power play. Now the UMass power play will go to work, 18.4% on the year. That'll be 14th in Division I ACHA. And they win the draw. This is Craig up top. That shot deflected, goes behind the net. Low shot there from Flanagan. Easy one for Tung to pick up. And she'll melt that one down for a face-off. 1-0 UMass here in the first. 8:19 to go. As the Lions will change their defensive pairing. Minute 37 to go in the advantage. Another face-off win out to Flanagan. She passes that one to the far side to Gromko, but misconnects. This one will come behind the net to Martinez. She'll need to get this one cleared quickly. She pushes it up the boards, but kept in there by Flanagan. That one sent down low. O'Neill, the goal scorer. She looks to push it out to the top of the zone. She finds Jordan. Low shot blocked there by Fuchs. Jordan will recollect. She has Flanagan on her right. She'll send it to O'Neill on her left. Rising shot, that one into the top corner, and Tung didn't even see it. And the second goal for O'Neill on the power play. And UMass now up 2-0. Tung was completely screened on that one. No reaction as that one finds the upper right corner of the net. And UMass up by 2. Face off won by the Lions. This is Weeks. Back to Cameron, slides it over there to Blaskovich. That eludes the stick of Doty and will trickle back to Jordan. Clearing attempt off the stick of Bilton. UMass recollects. That one's sent forward for Julia Williams. She can't find it, and that's going to go down for an icing call. We talked about it at the top of the game. Lions have to come out strong. They have not, as they find themselves down 2-0 here in the first period. They had an opportunity on the power play and just could not connect. And UMass was able to counter right back, picked up a power play goal of their own, and now leads 2-0. Broken up, sent forward. That one just out of the reach of number 19, Joanna Dustin. It'll be another icing call going against UMass. 33, correction, there is no time on the penalty. They just haven't taken it off the board yet. As Harushko, Pierce, and Antonio out there now with Cameron and Teague. Top line and top defensive pairing out there for the Lions. Harushko sends it forward. Antonio collects in the far corner. She tries to swipe it in front. That's off the stick of the defender, but Antonio picks it right back up. She drops that one off the Teague. Shot altered there. Harushko will have to try to pick it up behind the net. She does. Backhand pass to Antonio. She looks to reverse direction. Still has it in her feet. Harushko pulls it out. She has Teague up top. That's where she goes to. High shot there, blocked in front by the defense. That puck pinballs around, kicks to the back of the net off the stick of Harushko. She sent it to Antonio, but it's chipped aside by Williams. A shot there from Carter, blocked, and now Williams will punch it out. Teague at the red line, sends it right back in. Lions will get a change as it's picked up here by Eitel. That is Shelby Little. She's into the zone, takes a hard spill there. Minutemen will have to wait for her to clear the zone, and that allows the Lions to put some pressure there on Shaka. Martinez run into the boards there. As Sarah Young has been all over the Lions zone so far here in the first period. Doesn't have a point to show for it yet, but that could be coming. That one pushed forward by the Lions as Martinez pushed up from her defensive position, and it's back to Wither. Martinez will go off on a change. That's flicked past Fuchs. And Everett goes in after it, picked up by Dunford. She'll whip it to the far side. Chipped forward, out of the zone by the Minutemen. That's going to go down for another icing potentially. Yes, it is, as racing in there was Kayla Russ. She has shown the speed here tonight. Got in on a breakaway. Could not put that one past. And has had a couple of chances early on in this one. A couple finals from around the ACHA and for teams that the Lions are going to be playing here very, very soon. McKendree took down Michigan State 8-1 tonight, and earlier today, Maryville blanked Arizona State 7-0. We'll see Michigan State here tomorrow night and Arizona State on Monday morning. Both of those teams will have more games before and after they play the Lions. Arizona State's on a 5-game and 5-night trip. This one at the line, Cameron battling hard there with Russ. Also in there for the Lions is Miller. That one is into the UMass zone where it's going to be picked up by Williams. Sends that one forward off of Russ. That's going to go down into the Lions zone. No icing as Harushko will pick it up. She'll reverse course, looking for Cameron. Under pressure there from the Minutemen. Miller trying to get it out. Harushko finally does. Everett tries to lift the stick of Flanagan. Can't get to it, but now she has it at the blue line. She'll try to dump that one down low. She can't, but Cameron has it in at the blue line. Tries to put that shot in. Blocked by the defense. Everett has it go off her knee. And punched in by UMass. Near side is Carter. She tries to dance around a forward. As Gromko keeps that one in. Carter will try the other side. There is Flanagan. Keep it alive. She gets it right back, but right between her skates on a hard pass back from O'Neill, and going all the way back to pick it up will be Manganero. She tries to send it to the near boards. Weeks can't seal it. Will clear the zone, and now Carter in the middle. Bilton. She gets into the zone. She'll stop. Sends it down low to Weeks. Oh, as she was looking for Doty. But Doty was going the wrong way, and that one is pushed forward by the defense of UMass. Teague cannot keep it in. Doty will send it right back. Weeks rushing in there on Manganero. She's able to force a turnover. Now Pierce in the near corner sends it up top to Carter. That shot easy for Matthews. No one in front. And she'll melt that one down for another face-off with 3:30 to go in the first. Lions are putting shots on, but they're from well outside, and Matthews hasn't had very much traffic in front to distract her. There's another face-off win there for Harushko as Antonio now has it in the near corner. She's looking for help, sends it up. Tried to send it to Wither, broken up by Williams. The back check there by Martinez. She sees that one go off her skate. That's in front. Tongue punches it out of the crease. Lions try to get it out of the zone with Harushko up the middle of Pierce, but she can't. Antonio now has it along the boards near her bench. That pass took a deflection off of Pierce's stick in the skates of Harushko. UMass has it right in. Oh, what a big hit there by Wither on Dustin. Kick save by Tongue as the play continued to develop after that. Getting the shot on was Julia Williams. As Wither will dump that one in, and the Lions will make a change. Little will send it up to Williams. She can't get a stick on it, and it'll go all the way down for an icing call with 2:35 to go. Shots tied 7 apiece. Score 2-0 in favor of UMass. 2 goals by Brianna O'Neill, ups her total to 12 on the year. That draw tied up, finally pulled away by the Lions. That one tried to be pushed in front there by Nickel. Pinching in is Blaskovich. Tangled up there, and UMass able to pull it out of the scrum. That one sent forward by Jordan. Entering the zone, Shaka. She got her stick up high there, no call. As Fuchs gets that puck out of the zone. Nickel sends it in. Lions go off on a change. Gonna have to be quick though. Here comes UMass. Shaka enters the zone, sends that one down low. Antonio picks it up, reverses, finds Miller. She's under pressure there by Shaka. Coming in to help is Wall. And now Shaka has it. Sends that one towards the net, but Carter able to get her stick on that. Looking for Everett, but kept in there by Wall. So come back to the near corner. Blaskovich reverses, finds Antonio. She spins, goes up the middle of the zone, and she'll race out. Has some pressure there, but Miller gets it over to Everett. Into the zone. Nice stick move there. Everett gets it to the back of the net. In front. Blocked aside by the defense. Everett can't find it. It's still loose. Miller sends it down low. This is picked up by Dunford. Everett putting the pressure on her. First game for the Lions for Everett. That pass is going to elude Russ, but she tries to race to it. Weeks beats her there. Sends it up to Carter. Bilton into the zone, has Doty with her. Bilton fires that one off the skate of O'Neill. And now Doty out to the top to Teague. Low shot tipped over the net. Weeks picks it up, tries to stuff it in. There is Matthews. She'll put a glove on it, but it squirts free. Spinning, trying to put a shot on was Bilton. She had Carter at the top of the point. Didn't find her, and now this will squirt free to Teague. Sent into the zone, skips in on Matthews. Easy for her to set it up with 28 to go in the period. Looking for Russ. Finally pushed out of the zone. Hits the lineman. Now here's Russ into the zone. Doty wraps her up and sent it in the middle. Errant pass there. And now Teague will push it out and race into the Minutemen zone. Icing waved off with 3 seconds. Teague hard into the boards there with O'Neill. And that's going to be it for the first period. A back and forth affair. Lions had their opportunities. Both teams had a power play, but it was UMass that was able to strike twice. Brianna O'Neill at 13:41, and then again at 7:46 on the power play. And that's where we sit after one. 2-0 in favor of UMass. You're watching Lindenwood Women's ACHA Hockey on the Women's ACHA YouTube channel. The Lions taking the ice for the second period as they get ready to battle again against UMass. The Minutemen hold a 2-0 lead. 2 goals by Brianna O'Neill in that first period. One of them on the power play. Lions outshot UMass 9-7 in that first period, but we're 0 for 1 on a power play. And that kind of allowed UMass to take that momentum and flip it over to themselves, as they were able to score shortly after that power play expired and then capitalize on a power play of their own, both off the stick of O'Neill. Michael White can connect with you here for the second period. Again, one of 3 games over the next 4 days for the Lions. We'll be back with you for tomorrow night's game against Michigan State, and then a early game on Monday against Arizona State. Both those teams are in action tonight and suffered losses. Lions trying to start off the second half of the season on the right foot. They're 3-8-1 coming into this one, but have won 3 of their last 4. If you look at their last 4 games, it was a sweep over Colorado State in the middle of November. Big offensive explosion there, 9-2 and 6-1 on the wins. And then they split with Maryville, a 4-2 win on December 1st, in which they trailed by 2 goals. Ended up coming back to win that one 4-2. And then a 4-0 shutout loss on December 2nd, as that shot on by the Minutemen stopped by Jordan Tung. Freshman again getting the start tonight in this game. As that one is won there by Harushko. Sent behind the net to Teague. Finds Carter. Carter looking for an outlet. She'll kick it forward. Pierce will chip that one out. Kept in by the Minutemen. Pierce a second try. Does get it out this time, as Carter will send it to Teague. Forward. She was trying to pick out Antonio, but it's picked off. Sent right back in there. One off the stick of Shelby Little. Now Harushko. Near side. She enters the zone. Cuts to the middle. Wanted to drop it off. She finally does to Teague, but she's under pressure there. Sends it down low to Antonio. In the middle, Harushko. That one nibbles off her stick. Carter has it on the far side. She'll race in. Russ pushes her off. Sent around back. Antonio looking for some help. Has Teague at the point. She sends it there. Teague tries to chip it in. That one skips around, going down as Bilton, and that's going to draw another penalty for UMass and another opportunity for the Lions, as Antonio collides there with Olivia Jordan as she was going to the bench. Just trying to say, hey, I'm here. You got to watch out for me. So going to the box is Lily Sparrow. And the Lions have another opportunity on the power play. They will try to pull back to within 1 here. We see Kaylee Keller taking the draw. She wins that one. She'll swipe that one back to Weeks. Weeks goes to the far side. Watched there by Craig. Weeks has Wither at the top. She has it. Dumps that one down low. That one eludes Weeks. Finds its way to Keller. Now Cameron along the near boards. Up top to Wither. Back to Cameron. That shot goes wide of the net, looking for the tip from Doty. She can't get a stick on it. Now Weeks to Wither. Looks for Doty. That skips over her stick. Keller picks it up. Broken up by the Minutemen, but Doty able to track that one down. She swipes it behind the net. That's going to find Grace Flanagan, but Cameron there to wall it off. Wither sends it down to Keller. That shot off the back of the net. Matthews had the post sealed. Sent forward and up and out of the zone by number 11, Brianna O'Neill, holder of the 2 goals in this game. Tung will set things up behind the net. Wither, as the Lions make a line change. That one just off the stick of Harushko. Antonio has it. Now Harushko gets it into the zone 1-on-3. She'll stop, spin. Under pressure there. She loses the puck. And that one's going to be pushed out by Shapiro. Antonio will pick it up out of her pocket and into the zone. Antonio has that one lost. That's in the paraphernalia of a Lions player. Pushed back by Bilton, and now Antonio near the blue line. She can't keep it in, and an opportunity to break out shorthanded. Good stick there break it up by Teague. Lions get it back in the zone, but right back to the Minutemen. They'll send it back down with 21 to go in the advantage. Tung sets it up for Teague. She's under pressure there from Little. And now Antonio sends it up to Harushko. She tries to chip it past the defense of Jordan. She can't. Antonio battling the other number 9, Julia Williams. Williams comes away with the puck, sends it back to the Lions, and now Teague up to Antonio. Gets into the zone. Penalty has expired. Lions 0 for 2. Antonio patiently waits for some help. 3 Minutemen around her. Drops that one down low. Now gets it back. Up top to Teague. That shot blocked there by Sparrow, who has come out of the box. And now Teague will have to backtrack with pressure coming from Williams. This comes to the near side to Antonio. Lions making a change. Only have 3 players on the ice right now, and still only have 4. Now they only have 3. A little confusion on the line change here for Lindenwood. That allows UMass to pick it up. Martinez will go back to collect behind her own net. Antonio's still out there. They're going to need to find a way to get her off the ice. This one flipped up and out of play into the Lions penalty box with 15:56 to go in the period. Faceoff will come in the Lions zone. Antonio will not be able to make the change. She'll stay out there with Keller and Nickel. Wither and Martinez back out there on defense. Draw one by UMass. That's picked up by Wall. Sends that one to the point. Shot goes wide from Dunford. Nickel picks it up along the near far boards. Gets that one almost out of the zone. Nice keep in there by the Minutemen. Martinez will push it forward. Nickel got a stick on it. Martinez collects near her own zone, pushes it forward, gets it into Minutemen territory. Chipped forward and right back out by UMass. Wither sends it cross ice into the skates of Miller. She finds Nickel. That's kept in the skates of Nickel. Fuchs able to pull that one out, and she'll dump it down low. Goes in after it against Dunford. He'll send it to the near side. That one's off the stick of Wall. It'll go all the way down for Cameron to collect in the near corner. She'll rim it all the way around the boards. Fuchs chips it out, and now Everett tries to get in there, lifting a stick. Everett battling hard there in her first game, but Flanagan, the senior, able to wall her off, and that'll be touched by the Lions, and Everett is going to go off for a hooking call. So UMass back on the power play. They are 1 for 1 as Everett heads to the box. Well, first game, you got to get in the scorebook somehow. And Everett will look to exit the penalty box in 2 minutes and maybe pick up a offensive point here. Cameron finds Teague. She tries to clear it up the middle, but it's kept in there by Jordan. Jordan, the graduate, has that one broken up. Now here's Harushko. Opportunity, that puck on edge. Here's Arden Harushko. In on Matthews, stops and cannot get the shot off as it rolls off her stick. A shorthanded opportunity there. Lions can't capitalize, and now hemming that puck in the Minutemen zone are the Lions, finally sent forward. That one into the skates of Gromko. One-on-one on Teague. That shot blocked by Teague. Another opportunity goes over the net. And here's Craig. She looks to send it to the point. This is Flanagan. Watch there by Harushko. Gromko down low. O'Neal back up top to Flanagan. She can't keep that hard pass in the zone, and UMass will have to exit and reset. This is Jordan. Now Gromko. Far side, chips it into the zone and goes in after it. Cameron sweeps it to the near side to Teague. She finds the open ice and sends it all the way down with 55 to go. Matthews sets things up for Flanagan. This is to the near side. Russ has that one go off her skate. Teague is able to pick it up, send it right back down. Flanagan knocks it down with 35 to go in the advantage. Sends it cross ice to Jordan. Makes a move on Antonio and almost loses the puck. That one just out of the reach of Bilton into the zone for Wall. Wall swings around the net. Uses a screen, still has it. We'll drop this one off. cut to the outside into the far corner. As Little, and a miscommunication there with Wall, and that'll just about do it for this penalty with 5 seconds to go. It is Little under pressure there. We'll dish that one off to Sparrow, looking for Russ in the middle. That one behind her. Lions able to kill that one off. Everett goes to the bench, and now Teague has it. Fuchs, that one off the skates of Little all the way down to the UMass zone. No icing as it was off a Minuteman. And now Fuchs in there on the forecheck. Picked off there by Keller. She'll dump it into the zone, going after it with Fuchs. Manganero gets there first and sends it forward. Williams has that one stolen from her. Manganero battling hard there. This one sent around behind the net. Pinching in will be Blaskovich. She'll push forward, battling with Dustin. That puck in the skates, finally pulled free there by Shapiro. She'll go to the far side. Cameron pinches in to keep it in. Keller has it behind the net. Backside pass there, and Nickel can't get a stick on it. Pierce keeps it alive for the Lions. Stepping in is Cameron. 2-on-2 battle there. In the middle, opportunity here for Antonio. Nice toe drag, sends that one high over the net. Matthews saw it at the last second. Now Cameron. Good pressure here by the Lions here in the second. That one sent to the far side. Cameron has it go off her stick, goes out of the zone. No one can find it except the Minutemen. And a 2-on-1 opportunity. That shot right into the glove. Easy save there from Tung, as that one was coming off the stick of Shapiro, who was at the end of a shift. Another penalty killed for the Lions, and they were able to use that momentum to put some pressure there offensively. The first real sustained pressure that Lindenwood has had in this one. Only one shot toward the net, didn't even make it on net, but some positivity there as Carter sends that one around, picked up by Bilton. She'll send it cross ice to Teague. She has Doty with her. Teague will send that one behind the net. That one pops forward. Oh, an opportunity. Matthews can't find it. Shot on there by Weeks. Goes high and up over the net. One of those opportunities for the Lions. Just misses. Chipped out of the zone by UMass. Cameron. Correction, that's Carter that will pick it up. She tries to send it forward. It is walled off there by Karlstein. Went out to Doty. She toe picks. Tries to send it forward. Cannot do so, and Sarah Young will send it right back in. Carter finds Teague. Doty chips that one forward to Bilton. She'll send it cross ice, looking for Weeks. She's unable to get there as Craig finds it. Right back in by Lindenwood on a delayed offsides. 10:23 to go in the second. This one sent forward to Gromko. Short side shot goes off the back of the net. Martinez walled off there by Craig. That one in her skates. Harushko trying to dig it free. It pops free. Tung with an easy save there on the shot from O'Neill. Lions trying to get it out of the zone. They can't, and it's still there. And now Martinez has it. She'll spin. Gromko pressuring her. O'Neill has it. Finally chipped out there by Martinez. She'll race after it, putting the pressure on Jordan. Just out of the reach there of Craig. And now Harushko in her own zone. Looking for some help. Gets Martinez. But again, UMass right there with O'Neill. Sent forward. O'Neill, 2 goals on the day for her. Up top, that shot. Tung with the save. As Shelby Little lets that one go from the point. Tung was able to see that one all the way. Shots very even here in this one. 11-10 in favor of the Lions, but it's 2-0 in favor of UMass. Again, O'Neill, 2 goals in that first period. Face off one. Flanagan, that shot off a nickel. Pops in front of the Lions' net. And finally punched out by Keller. Right back in there by Manganero. Tung will set it up. Racing in hard there is Wall. She beats everyone to the puck. One squirts right out in front, blocked there by Keller. into a couple of players along the far boards and now swept into the far corner, picked up by Cameron behind the net. 2 UMass players around her. She'll go to the far boards again. Chipped out, right back in, delayed offside. This is Blaskovich. She'll send it up and able to clear the zone. Harushko will pick it up at the red line. She makes a nice toe drag move, gets into the UMass zone, but 4 players surround her, and now a breakout here for Dustin. Shot high, Tongue with the stop. Antonio will pick it up. She'll chip it forward, looking for Harushko. She can't find it. Flanagan had it for a moment, pushed out there by the Lions as Maya Shapiro was trying to keep it in. Now Harushko picks it up. Pierce dumps it in, goes in after it. Manganero. Pierce gets there first. She sends it in front to Antonio, and she is run off the puck there by Dustin. Can't get a shot off, and now here's Flanagan. She'll dump that one in, and the UMass players will get a change. Antonio chips that one out. And going back after it is Craig. Pierce almost intercepts that one. Antonio pulls it down at the red line. She'll lose it. She's sandwiched between Shapiro and Dunford. That one finally pops free to Harushko. She sends it to the far side to Carter. That one dumped into the zone. Lions will now make a line change. Shapiro sweeps that one out. That'll go all the way back to Martinez. Cross ice to Weeks. That one picked off by Craig. Dumped into the Lions zone. Wither has it. Doty trying to support. Wither looks to reverse course. She does. Has it on the far side. Looking for a breakout. Wither gets the red line, dumps it in. Matthews thought about it, but Doty will now have it in the near corner. She looks to sweep it around. No one there for the Lions, as Martinez now will pinch in there on Craig. That one pops out, and Bilton will have to send it back to Blaskovich. 6:36 to go in the second. That one off of Weeks into the zone. We got a arm raised. We may have a penalty going against UMass, and that we do. Going to the box will be goal scorer Brianna O'Neill, and the 3rd power play for the Lions. Already 0 for 2 on the evening, but there have been some positive signs for this power play unit. Just haven't been able to put one home just yet, but if they're able to do that here, would completely change the complexion of this game. Top line out there. Harushko wins the draw. This one hops over the stick of Teague, and she'll have to go back in her own zone to reset. Antonio has it in the middle. She pushes forward. Enters the zone. Drops it off to Teague. Tries to send that one into the middle off the stick of Bilton, and now Harushko to Antonio. That shot, Matthews with a stop. That one pops free. Teague tries to keep it alive, but it's pushed out there by Shapiro, allowing UMass to get a change. Quickly up to Antonio. Under pressure there. She spins off the hit of Sparrow. And now Antonio gets into the zone. Leaves that one for Teague. High shot. Matthews saw it at the last second, able to grab it. And a face-off upcoming with 1:11 to go in the advantage. Again, Lions getting shots to the net, but a lot of them coming from well outside the dangerous areas and not really being able to get anybody in front, as Teague drops that one down low to Harushko. Picked up there by Pierce, now Antonio. She delays along the half boards, now up top to Teague. Back to Antonio. Pierce was calling for it. Antonio looking to pick her out. Teague over to Pierce. That one just a little in front of her. She cannot connect. UMass picks it up. Teague able to keep it in, dumps it down low. Harushko will try to pick it up on the near side. She'll let that one go to Antonio. And now up top to Teague. Shot deflected. Harushko can't get a stick on it. Collects it again for Antonio. And that pass just off the stick of a Minutemen player and all the way down. Teague coming in hard is Kaylee Wall. She puts the pressure on Teague, but she gets it to Antonio with 20 seconds to go in the advantage. That pass eludes Weeks. Dumped back in by Manganero. Fanning on the pass was Teague. An opportunity shorthanded. Stop there off the shot by Gromko. And now Doty will chip it into the zone. She goes after it. Doty, penalty is expired. Doty has her stick under a UMass player. Keller can't get there in time. Martinez can't get the wall sealed to keep that puck in the zone, and now going after it is O'Neill, but it'll be an icing call going against UMass. 4:17 to go in the second. More opportunities for the Lions on the power play, still have yet to connect. We cannot understate what Sarah Matthews has done so far this year, and it's continuing here in this one. Face-off won by UMass. Doty tries to seal the boards. Martinez punches it back in for the moment. Cleared away by UMass. That'll go back down for another icing call. Face-offs have been pretty even between these two teams tonight. Shots are even at 13 apiece. The only difference so far has been that of Brianna O'Neill. 2 goals in the first period. Lions did stage a 3-goal third period against Maryville in their win on December 1st. May have to do the same here. Nice stick work there. Being knocked down is Bilton. She was looking for a call, doesn't get it. That one in between the legs of Doty. Racing out is Flanagan. She is pushed off there by Weeks. Takes the puck and drops it to Martinez. Sends that one near side to Doty. Flanagan able to pick that one up, send it right back down. Martinez trying to push forward. Can't get the red line. Tries to dump it in for Weeks to deflect it, but Weeks was going off on a change. That one back in by Lindenwood. And Flanagan, miscommunication there between her and Manganero, and that allowed Fuchs to get the puck. She can't do anything with it at the moment, and now a battle along the boards. That one slipped through. Now Nickel behind the net. She looks to spin, sends it in front, off of Matthews. That one pinballing around. Finally picked up by UMass. They try to send it forward. Cameron steps up, keeps that puck in the zone. She runs into Manganero, and Cameron will push forward. 2 Minutemen break up that opportunity, and now we're going to get a call. And that one is going, looks to be against Lindenwood, as Saskia Fuchs will go to the box. So another power play opportunity for UMass. They are 1 for 2. The Lions were able to use the momentum after killing off the penalty here in the second to put some really good sustained offensive pressure on UMass. Still weren't able to score on that opportunity. See if they can kill this one off. Maybe pot a goal here before the end of the period. 2:51 to go, 2 minutes on the board for Fuchs. Antonio with the draw. Sent forward, but kept in by Flanagan. That shot deflects off of Antonio into the near corner. Carter reverses to Teague. She can't get a clean stick on it. Tries to chip it around Wall. Flanagan pinches in and keeps it alive. Kaylee Wall has it. Sends this one to Jordan. Has some space. That one deflected. Kicked out the pad there by Tongue off the deflection off of Bilton. And now again, Jordan moves to the center. Finds Wall. Drops that one off to Flanagan. That shot low. Tongue, another opportunity. Rebound, score! Kayla Russ. And another power play goal for UMass. Puts them up by 3. Low shot, initial save there by Tongue. But Russ, right spot, right time, able to put that one high under the bar and give UMass the 3-0 lead. Face-off won by the Lions. They dump that one into the zone. Antonio going in after it, along with Pierce. Dustin comes away with it, though. Harushko intercepts, tries to send that one to Antonio. She can't. Second opportunity. Antonio does get a stick on it. That rolls in on Matthews, and she'll grab that one as Pierce was in there trying to poke that one free. The Lions are going to need to have a big third period unless they can get one here. One is picked up by UMass, sent forward. Martinez off the skate of Williams into the far corner. Sent forward, kept in by the Minutemen. That one finally brought out by Martinez. Broken up at the line. Little. Sends that one to Roach. Chipped forward. Whether able to get a stick on it, and still send that one in deep and go off on a line change. Roach behind the net. Pushes it forward. Breaking out is Shapiro. She makes a move, chips it into the zone. That one's off the skate of Dustin. Didn't know where it was at, but needed to go off on a line change anyway. Blaskovich fans on that pass attempt. Picked up by Harushko. She gets into the zone, 1-on-4. Tries to make a move, but broken up. As Gromko now will race forward. Everett breaks that pass up. Pushed in front. Loose, and now Weeks. 3-on-2 opportunity developing for the Lions if they hurry. Weeks into the zone with 43. She spins, tries to send it down low to Everett. Picked up by UMass and pushed out of the zone by Dunford. Up to Craig. Far side. 30 to go. She's going to go behind the net. Blaskovich beaten there by Craig. She sends that one in front. It's loose. Racing in there was Russ, looking for a second goal in as many shifts. Has that puck in the near corner. Drops that one down low. Now here's Blaskovich with 13. Looking to find Miller. That one skips out. And now Everett. She tries to make a move. Broken up by Russ, who comes all the way back from the offensive zone to break that up with 1 second. And that'll be the end of the second period. One more goal for the Minutemen in that period. A power play goal by Kayla Russ. Extends that lead out to 3-0 in favor of the visitors. We'll step aside and come back for the third. You're watching Lindenwood Women's ACHA Hockey on the Women's ACHA YouTube channel. Teams are getting ready to head on to the ice for the third period. 3-0 in favor of the visiting UMass Minutemen. The Lions going to need to have a big third period to open up the second half of the season with a win. Michael Wagon Connect with you here from the Centene Community Ice Center as we are getting set for the third and a final period. Don't forget you can join us again tomorrow night as this Lindenwood team will face off against Michigan State. And then on Monday morning, a 10:30 a.m. start against Arizona State. So plenty of Lions hockey action coming at you this holiday weekend. As both teams now back out onto the ice. Recapping the score in the first period, Brianna O'Neill scored the first goal of the game at 13:41. She added a power play goal at 7:46. Lions outshot the Minutemen 9-7 in that period. In the second, it was Kayla Russ late in the period, 2:17 left on the power play. Minutemen outshot the Lions in that period 9-5. So aside from the score, things have been relatively close. Both teams picking up 3 penalties. Both teams pretty even on the face-offs. Shots very even as well. It's just been the finishing of UMass that has opened up this 3-0 lead. We have seen this Lions team come back from being down in the third period. They put 3 on the board in the third in that 4-2 win against Maryville back on December 1st. So not out of it just yet. But again, they're going to have to come out strong here early in the third as we are underway. Face-off won there by O'Neill. She'll send that one forward right to Carter. Punch forward there by Olivia Jordan. That's into the Lions zone, but Teague has it. Finds Harushko. Now to Antonio. She'll push through the middle of the zone. She tries to push it forward, but can't. Kept in there by Harushko. Low shot. Paddled aside there by Matthew. That one up and out of the zone off the stick of Little. Sent back in, and we're going to get a whistle, and the faceoff will come to center. As Carter had sent that one back in, it popped back out. Antonio grabbed it. And not sure if they called just a delayed offside or something else entirely, but that faceoff will come to center. Bilton will be on the draw against Sparrow. That one tied up and will be dropped back to Carter. She'll push this one into the zone behind the net. Flanagan right there. She'll go right around Doty. And Flanagan, as that one is poked free by Bilton. Weeks gets on it, but Russ able to lift her stick. Kept in the zone as Bilton has it in the near corner. 2 UMass players around her. Russ comes away with it. She'll dive to try and push it forward. Kept in by Carter. This is Doty in the corner. She'll go behind the net. Looks to reverse. Has Bilton, but pulled away by the Minutemen and pushed up to Wall. Russ gets that one out of the zone. Uses her speed 1-on-2 along the far side. Looks for some help. Finds it. Manganero activates from the point. Loses the puck. As Carter tries to get it out, she can't. Fuchs right there. That'll find its way to Carter. She'll go far side to Martinez. And Fuchs gets a stick on it. And icing will be waved off. Fuchs rushing in after it. But beating her out there will be the UMass player. We have a scrum along the far boards. 3 UMass, 3 Lions. And Manganero will come away with it. Kept in there by Wither. Around the net, Keller. Running to the boards there by Itel. Itel will come out with the puck. Broken up again by the Lions. Kept in there by Martinez. Finally cleared out by a trio of UMass players. Wither has it in her own zone. Forward to Miller. She gets a stick on it and gets it into the zone, but here is Itel. Sends it cross ice. Dunford gives it away. Wither stepping up. Can't catch up to it. Goes into the corner after it. Everett. Good battle there from Marina Everett in her first game as a Lion. But the Minutemen come away with it. 2-on-2 breakout. Line change here makes it a 1-on-2. Sarah Young tries to cut forward. Tongue sticks on her post and is able to pick that one up for the save as Sarah Young raced in. Karlstein will take the draw. One there by Bilton. Pushed to the near corner. Kept alive there by Jordan. She'll dump it down low and will go all the way around. Blaskovich and Bilton. Going to the boards are Bilton and Karlstein. Picked up by UMass. Broken up by Everett. She tries to go around Karlstein. She does. Can't get that puck out of the zone, and now will find its way to Cameron. She almost loses the puck. Bilton breaks out. She's late on a shift. She'll try to dump that one down and go off on a change. Everett and Miller join her. Antonio out there along with Pierce. One picked up by Gromko. In the zone for Craig. Antonio can't clear that one out. Shot goes wide of the net by Little. Still in the zone as Lions having trouble getting it out. This is Carter. She'll come to the near side. Has some room to skate. Bryn Carter makes a move, enters the zone. Fires a shot low. Matthews, easy stop there, and she will just collect that one for a face-off as Antonio now getting pushed around a little bit there by O'Neill and Manganero as Antonio went in close to the end there with the whistle blowing. Lions have not had a lot of opportunities to get in the grill of Sarah Matthews. Shots have been easy for her to see as face-off one there by UMass. Antonio steals and tries to put a shot on fans. And now Wall will send it forward. That's off the skate of Pierce. She gets a stick on it. Second opportunity. Skips past Antonio and Martinez. And now Russ will race against Wither. Russ gets there. Feeds it into the front. Nice move there, but a good kick save by Tongue as Sparrow was trying to get in. Didn't really get a shot off, but still made a dangerous play. As we have a bird in the arena now. Antonio's shot caught up high there by Matthews. And again, going hard to the net. Shots 18-17 in favor of UMass, who hold a 3-0 lead. Bilton, Doty, Weeks out there, along with Cameron and Blaskovich. Shapiro will be on the draw. Tie up there at the dot. That's finally pulled away by Jordan. She'll go behind her net and reverses it to Shapiro. Cameron steps in. Can't keep it in as this one is pulled out by Williams. Doty in the skates of Cameron. Doty will find it again, but can't clear it out of the zone. Shapiro goes down to the knee, but still gets that one deep into the zone. This is Cameron. Up to Weeks. That one skips past her, kept in the zone. Bilton with an opportunity. Cameron finally able to clear it out. Here is Weeks. She had Doty open on the side. Weeks still has it. Loses it. Doty, hard swing there. Keeps that one alive for the Lions. Going down is Shapiro. She has it underneath of her. Doty chips it free right to Williams. She's able to clear the zone, and Blaskovich will go back for it. Lions make a change at forward. Blaskovich dumps it in. Now the defense will go on a change. Shelby Little beating the puck there by Nickel. Keller there as well. Fuchs chips it down low. Jordan will reverse. And pushing things forward is Young. She's walled off there by Nickel. Allows Teague to pick it up. Puts it in the middle to Keller, who chips it out of the zone. Right back in there by Jordan. Teague will pick it up behind her net. Sends it in the middle. Keller able to get a stick there on Shaka. Otherwise, she was in the clear. This is Fuchs. Dumps that one down low. Weeks will race in after it. Everett out there as well. Everett breaks up that play. Punched out there, though, by UMass. It'll be an icing call there as Karlstein will send it all the way down. And 13:29 to go in the third. Another face-off coming in the UMass zone. Tie up again. This one taken by UMass. Chipped out of the zone there by Shaka. She gets into the zone, fires that one off of Carter's skate, pushes in after it. Comes in front, picked up by Weeks. She'll send it forward. Everett has that one broken up by O'Neal. It's sent to the near side now. Carter will try to exit the zone here. She does, gets it up to Weeks, broken up at the dot. As Gromko battles hard there. And now Teague sends it back down. No icing as it's waved off. This is Little. She'll start things up behind the net. That one off of Gromko, and that allows Harushko to get to it. Sends that one out to Carter. Cross ice, Martinez. That shot blocked. Martinez again. That high shot goes behind the net. Harushko from behind the net puts that one off the pad of Matthews. That one off the mask from Antonio. She gets another opportunity. She'll go behind the net. Looking for the wraparound, looking for Pierce in front. Martinez, another shot. That one blocked out high by the defense. Pierce gets a stick on it, paddled out there by Matthews. Strong in net there. This one kept in by Martinez, but it's going to be a hand pass as Harushko touches it, and that won't come out of the zone. UMass doing a nice job of clogging up the middle, not allowing the Lions much of an opportunity to get anything close in front of Matthews. And when the shot does get through, Matthews has been strong. Again, she came in 5-2-1, a 1.29 goals against. That is 11th among all D1 goalies in the ACHA. Antonio picks that one off. Another good defensive play there by Sparrow to break it up. Wither tries to keep it in. She can't. Now Russ turns on the Jets. She gets there first. Russ down the near side, tries to send it in front. Broken up there by Martinez and Wither. And this will come to the near corner. Wall has it. Goes around Wither. And now Martinez. Chips it forward to Pierce. She tries to get it off the wall. She can't on the first try. That's kept in. Martinez picks up her stick, pushes Russ off the path of the puck, and now Martinez up to Antonio. She sends it in the middle, Harushko. She can't clear the zone, but Antonio gets another try. Hits the red line. Dummies the shot, sends it in front. Pierce can't get a stick on it. And stepping in there is Bilton. She'll keep that one in along the wall, along with Antonio. Kicks out to Blaskovich. She'll backhand it down behind the net. Up there by Flanagan. She'll fire it forward. Cameron pinches in, but can't keep it alive. Bilton will dish off to Blaskovich. Up to Cameron. Gets a stick on it, but not enough. And now here's Little. That's off of Doty. And Flanagan will have to reset. She fans on the pass, but right there is Little to pick it up. Julia Williams into the zone. Feeds it in the middle. That one off the stick of Dustin, and she can't get a shot on as she came clear in the middle. Williams, far corner, sends it in front to Dustin. That's in her skate. She sends it forward. Weeks gets a stick on it just in time, as coming in was Jordan from the point. And now Bilton. Toe drag move, sends it across to Devin Doty. She'll fire that one in, and the Lions go off on a change. We're approaching the 10-minute mark here in the third. Pressure there, turnover. Keller. Backhand, sends it in front off the glove of Matthews. She pushes it forward, wants to keep the play moving, and that one's going to be sent all the way down the ice. And just to the right of Tung, and it'll be an icing call against UMass. A little bit of an awkward play there, but as they always say, you throw that puck on net, crazy things can happen. It was loose there for the moment, but Matthews able to push it forward. Unfortunately, it goes all the way down for the icing. Keller on the draw against Karlstein. That one is eventually won by the Lions, and now Carter at the point. Sends it over to Teague. She tries to put a quick shot on, doesn't get enough on it, and now Keller has it in the corner. Also in there is Nickel. Keller trying to come away with it. That one comes near the front. Matthews will push it to the corner. And now Fuchs, broken up there by Karlstein. Good play by Nickel to intercept. That shot deflects off the foot of Roach, off the shot from Fuchs. And Doty gets a stick on it, but just after it comes out of the zone. And they're going to call an offsides on that one, as Doty just couldn't get there before it cleared. Defensive change coming out for the Lions. And a forward change for UMass. Face off one, Everett sent it in. And Gennaro, Doty. Hard on the puck there, helps break that one up, but Gromko is able to come away with it. She kicks it to her stick and gets it out of the zone. This is Craig chipping that one in. Martinez comes to the near side to Miller. Now Miller has it. Chips that one out. That one skips over the stick, and now Everett an opportunity again. She cannot get past Dunford, but goes hard after it into the corner. Both players go down and sent forward. Now Gromko again to exit the zone. That one in the skate of Craig, and Harushko able to turn it around. Into the UMass zone. She gets it into the middle. Everett looking for it. Now Antonio. Sent it to the point. Martinez, open shot, but again, no one in front. Matthews able to see that one cleanly. And another save for the sophomore. And this UMass team has a great goaltending duo, as Sarah Matthews and Mary Honan have been stellar for them. Records may not show it completely, as they come in 9-6-1, but 1.29 goals against for Matthews, a 2.85 for Honan. These two goaltenders have done a lot to give UMass opportunities to win. Here is Antonio, drops that one to Cameron, fires that one right into the leg of Sparrow, and that's going to clear the zone, and Blaskovich will backtrack. Cross ice to Antonio. In her skates, she'll chip that one forward, and that'll go up and out of play, as a water bottle had also found its way onto the ice. So face-off coming outside the Lions zone. Shots 20-18 in favor of the Lions. And now after a discussion, and probably the correct call, the face-off coming inside the Lindenwood zone. But special teams have been key in this one. Antonio trying to catch up to that one against Little. Little will send it around, finds Russ. Harushko able to keep it in. Battling hard there, Cameron. Carter has it. Broken up by Russ once, twice, finally cleared the zone. That's off of Harushko, and now she gets it right back in. Fires that shot just wide of the net. Antonio in front. No one there hoping for a deflection. And now Teague slips it to Harushko out top. Pierce, long shot. Antonio got a stick on it, but it goes wide. Carter activating from the point. Antonio pulls it out, goes to the backhand, and a stop there either from the defenseman's stick or Matthews keeps that one out. And now Pierce up top. Carter sends it right back down, but into the stick of Sparrow, and she clears that one out of the zone. Teague will have to go in after it, and that'll be an icing call, as not getting there in time was Kaylee Wall. That top line again for the Lions, doing some damage, cycling the puck, getting opportunities, but again, shots well outside from the point and more from the side of the net instead of in front. And Matthews has been square to everything she's seen tonight. Well, Bilton will be on the draw against Sparrow. And looks like UMass may be calling a timeout here with 6:57 to go in this one. Just to get his players a bit of a rest after that icing call. And now the Lions need to find a way to draw up a play to get something positive here with just under 7 to go in this one, down by 3. Bilton, Weeks, Doty will be out there along with Martinez and Wither. This is game 11 of a 13-game homestand for the Lions. They're 3-6-1 so far in those 10 games. Looking to start off positive in the second half. It's going to be a tough schedule coming up, Michigan State and Arizona State. And then there'll be 2 games against Maryville on the 19th and 20th. Maryville took down Arizona State today 7-0, so we know how powerful they can be. And then back on home ice, 25th, 26th, and 27th against Jamestown, Liberty, and Minot State. And that Liberty game is going to be a doozy. And then back on the road for 2 against McKendree, 2 against Grand Valley, before home for Maryville and away for McKendree. Back underway. And that puck is pushed along the far boards. Doty tries to drop it down deep. O'Neill chips it forward. That one's going to skip over Martinez, and now Wither just in front of her own blue line. Craig sends that one forward. No icing there as she was able to get to the red line, and Martinez now reverses. Wither was on the wrong side of the net, and that allows an opportunity for O'Neill. Bilton, far side to Doty. Tries to chip it around, kept in nicely there by Flanagan. Weeks sends it up and out of the zone, and Little. Cross ice to Craig. One just over the skate of Nickel, picked off there by Bilton. She gets into the zone, but there is Flanagan. Pressured there by Nickel. Almost picked off there by Fuchs. Sent in by Blaskovich. Nickel going up there against Little. Got a stick on it, but again, there's a UMass player to pick it up in Dustin. Joanna Dustin in the circle around the net. She is slowed down there by Cameron. And Keller. Keller gets it off the stick of Shapiro, and now Shapiro battling it with Fuchs. Cameron, Keller. Pulled free there. And swiped behind the net. And off a UMass player. They have it again. Blaskovich tries to send it forward. Kept in. And back behind the net. Cameron to the near side. That one's going to be past Fuchs, but it does clear the zone. Little sends it cross ice to Itel. Picked off by Cameron. Late on her shift on defense. She gets into the zone. Loses the puck. Still battling hard to get to it. And now here is Harushko. She is hooked. No call. She is in the corner there along with Karlstein. Pulled out by Pierce. She tries to send it to the point. Antonio now trying to dig it out. Battle along the near boards. Antonio, Pierce. Now Harushko has it. Cross ice to Teague. She gets it to Carter. Stick lifted there by Harushko. In front, tipped on by Pierce. Antonio able to get it in the near corner. She spins once, twice. Out to the point. Carter. That shot low, just off the post and in. A seeing eye shot there from Bryn Carter. Matthews didn't see it. Great screen in front. And the Lions finally able to strike with 4:16 to go. Good battle there for the Lions. And Carter just put a shot toward net. Pierce in front took away the eyes of Matthews. And the Lions are on the board. Draw one by Harushko. Carter sends it across. Teague. Back to Carter. Chipped forward, broken up by UMass. Gromko had it. Now picked up by Harushko. She can't clear. A knuckler there. And pulled out by Teague. She'll go for a skate. Gets into the zone. Teague circles the net. Still has it. Sends it to Harushko at the point. That shot deflected, and that's in! Back-to-back goals for the Lions. And all of a sudden, they're back within one. Put pucks toward the net, and good things happen. And it looks like Arden Harushko is going to get credit for that one. We saw a comeback a couple of weeks ago. Are we in the midst of another one here? 3:40 left in this one. But it's a one-goal game. That face-off pushed forward by Doty. UMass has it. Flanagan got that through the stick of Doty and now picked up by Martinez. She'll send it up to Caitlin Weeks into the zone. She goes forehand, backhand, sent it into the corner behind the net. The stick there of Bilton. Pinching in there is Wither. Bilton and Wither sent behind the net. And here is Flanagan to send it up. Kept in by Weeks. Lions doing a good job of preventing UMass from getting out of the zone. That one's going to elude Russ, going to go all the way down. It'll be enough for icing. No, as Russ uses her speed to beat it out. Martinez will send it up to Weeks. Under 3 to go now. Martinez. Broken up by UMass, sent back in, and now Wither. She does not reach the red line, and that'll go down for an icing call. And that is a killer there for the Lions with 2:40 left in this one. Face-off coming all the way back in their own zone. That's going to prevent that top line from getting out there. So Bilton, Martinez, Wither, Pierce, and Doty. It did look like Pierce was able to get out there. So the Lions need a face-off win and a clear. And they get the face-off win. Here's Wither. She loses that puck. It's going to come almost to the near side as Craig has it, but Wither battling hard there is able to push her off the puck. Finally pulled out there. And out top, Jordan. Errant pass there, and Doty helps get that one off, and Pierce overskates it. And back in is Craig. She gets to the forehand. Tongue able to make the stop there with 2:13 to go. Does allow the Lions to make that line change now and get the top line out there to see what they can do. Lions do still have a timeout in their pocket. Out shooting UMass 23-19. Draw one there by Harushko. Cameron will send it around to Pierce. Looking for the breakout to Antonio. She can't get it. Russ has it, but now Harushko. She races into the zone. Harushko fires that one wide. And push forward there. Blaskovich gets a stick on it, but just slows it down. Russ pulled down there by Cameron. No call, and now Blaskovich picks it up behind her net. She'll send it around to the near side to Antonio. 1:45 to go. Harushko into the zone, over to Pierce. She is picked off there by Little. And a battle along the boards. Pierce and Little. Antonio comes away with it. Toe drag. Fires that one into the back of the net, and we are tied. Loki Antonio with the game-tying goal with 1:28 to go. What a comeback by the Lions. Unbelievable. And the fans here for the Lions are loving it. Can they get one more, or are we going to go to overtime? And we're going to get a timeout by Lindenwood. Both teams have used their timeouts at interesting moments. For head coach Andrew Miller for the Lions, probably a good decision. Your team's hyped up. You don't want them to get too wound up with just 1:28 to go. This is more about calming the team down, saying, hey, we've done a nice job coming back, but we cannot let this slip away with 1.5 minutes left. We've seen how quick this UMass team can strike. It's been a 3-goal third period for the Lions, and all of them coming in the last 4 minutes, as Antonio with the game-tying goal off a nice toe drag move and put that one bar down over the top of Sarah Matthews. Bryn Carter got things started with a seeing eye shot at 4:16. Harushko came back with a deflected shot at 3:40. And now Antonio ties it up. And What other fireworks do we have in store for this one? And this is why you don't go to bed in the third period for games, because this Lindenwood Lions team will fight to the bitter end. Draw one by UMass. They send it forward. Stepping up is Carter. Antonio. Heavy check there, as is Carter. And Antonio will flip that one in. Pierce will go in after it against Flanagan. Pierce breaks it up, inner skates, and now Antonio. Pierce pulls that one out. Drops it off Harushko. That high shot blocked down there by Matthews as Pierce went down hard. High shot, Matthews able to collect. 1:03 left, face-off coming up in the UMass zone. That top line will stay out there, as another benefit of that timeout was to get them some rest. Another face-off win by UMass. Teague will step up, keeps it in, finds Harushko, tries to send it down low to Pierce off the defense of Flanagan, and that'll roll back to center. Teague up to Carter. Tries to dump it in, doesn't get it deep. Carter has it go off of her. And we're going to get a whistle. Face-off will come outside the zone with 47.6 to go. Harushko wins this one. Teague can't dump that one down low, and now here comes UMass. Racing in is Craig. That one pushed off her stick on a good back check, and now Carter along the near boards with 33. That one kept in the zone, and now Teague will have to come back. UMass gets the change. Sent forward to Pierce. She'll send it to Antonio, who'll chip that one forward off of Little. She'll send it out. Harushko can't get to it. And far side to Flanagan with 15 to go in the period. Deflected, Pierce gets it out of the zone, right back in. No, that one's going to be whistled for a offside. And that faceoff will actually come to center with 10.4 to go. We are on the verge of extra hockey here tonight. Coming into the third, you didn't expect that to be the case, as the Lions are down 3-0, but they roared back, no pun intended, late in the third to tie things up, as Wither will chip that one in. Little sends it right back out with 1 to go, and we are going to head to overtime. 3-3. Some fisticuffs here on the near sideline between Wither and Russ. But extra hockey coming your way here from the Centene Community Ice Center. We'll step aside real quick and come back for overtime. 5 minutes to decide a winner. Overtime hockey here at Centene Community Ice Center, as the Lions put up 3 in the last 4:16 of the third period to tie this game and send us to overtime. 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. We'll have Bilton, Weeks, and Cameron out there for the Lions. Gromko, Craig, and one more, as soon as I see her number, for UMass. Looks to be Brianna O'Neill. She opened the scoring with 2 in the first. Kayla Russ added the third in the second period, but it was Carter, Harushko, and Antonio for the Lions. As they are flipping sides here, so the Lions will move from left to right. Minutemen from right to left. So a long change here in the overtime. That helps spur some offensive opportunities. Well, here we go. 5 minutes, overtime. This is Jordan. Finds Gromko. No one there, and that'll allow Weeks to pick it up. She sends it to Cameron. Broken up there by O'Neal. She is in. Shot in there, and Tung makes the save. Face-off coming in the UMass zone. UMass offensive zone as we get a couple of changes. Lions make a wholesale change. Teague, Harusko, and Antonio out there for Lindenwood. And Harusko able to win the draw. She'll send it to Carter and to the near side to Antonio. Now to Carter. She'll push forward up to Harusko. Correction, that was Teague. Now Antonio. Looking to find an opportunity. She'll spin. Up top to Teague. Back to Antonio in the middle of the ice. Toe drag move. Antonio fires that one low, and Harusko can't get to the rebound as Matthews kicked it right to her. And Wall for UMass. Watched by Antonio. Wall comes to the near side. She'll drop that one off to Craig. Watched by Teague. 4 minutes left. Good move there to get around by Craig. Sends that one low and wide. Antonio battling there with O'Neal. This will be Jordan. Drops it to O'Neal. Picked off by Antonio. She's one-on-one with Wall. And she will slow things down as the Lions try and get a change. Antonio with the spin move on Wall. She goes to her forehand. Middle of the ice, slides it right off the skate there of Jordan. And now Bilton in there with Antonio. She's free. Backhand, fires that one off the crossbar. No good. And now Wall. Picked off there. Here's Bilton, one-on-one, forehand. Nice stop by Matthews as she sealed the ice. Bilton again. She's under pressure. Loses that one. As picking that one off was Jordan. Weeks intercepts that one. Finds Wall. That one off the skate, and Cameron able to keep that one in as Craig couldn't exit the zone. Sent forward, pushed out by Wall. She's late on a shift as Weeks will get in. She's pushed off there by Wall, and that allows Jordan to get to it, but Weeks is right there. Bilton comes away with it. Up top, Cameron. Pressured there by Craig. You're starting to see the long change having its effect. Weeks will get to it as Cameron goes off on a change. 2:36. Sent down low to Bilton, just out of her reach. And Jordan picks it up. She'll come to the near side to Wall. And Wall will delay. Lets her teammates get a change, and we'll send it over to Little. Now Gromko. Picked off there by Weeks. She pushes into the zone. Weeks in, 1-on-2. That one knocked off of her stick. And Teague will battle there with O'Neal. She'll circle back to her own zone and push forward past the red line. Brianna O'Neal looking for the hat trick. She makes a move. Fires that one just wide of the net. And now Madison Teague will pick it up. She has Harusko breaking, cannot get it to her as Little able to get a stick on it. Now O'Neal, backhanded pass to Little. Broken up there, loose in front. Who's gonna get to it? O'Neal swipes at it. Pushed aside there. And now Harusko dropping it to Antonio. She had Teague for the moment. Now Harusko has it. 1:35 to go. Up to Teague. She gets a stick on it, but nibbles off of that. And that allows Little to pick it up. Picked off there by Antonio. She gets into the zone as Harusko exit. Now Antonio will circle back. Gains some speed. Gets into the zone. Drops it to Harusko. Now to Teague up front. That low shot gloved by Matthews as Antonio started to flash in front. 1:12 to go. Will someone find the game winner? Doty, Pierce, Wither out there now for the Lions. We see Flanagan, Russ, and Wall. And Wall looks like she's going to come off for Craig. Russ will stay out there. Correction, now Craig will come back off as O'Neal gets out there as UMass will try to set up a play here off a draw, maybe get Russ out there on the wing, use that speed. Push forward by Pierce, set up by Matthews. Flanagan comes back to the near side, makes a move to the middle, sends it up to Russ. She has it, 1-on-2. Sticked off there by Doty, now Russ. Up top, O'Neal. Long shot, Tongue with the save. Russ crashing hard into the net. Knocks Tongue down, but the whistle had gone. And 52.9 seconds to go here. Face-off coming in the Lions zone. Weeks, Bilton coming back out there, as well as Cameron. Shots 27-23 in favor of the Lions. Draw one by O'Neal. She sends it in front. That one skips off of Russ's stick, and now Weeks tries to send it up to Bilton, but off the wrong shoulder, and that'll allow O'Neal to backtrack. Bilton watching her. O'Neal spins. O'Neal into the zone, drops it off to Russ, finds its way to Flanagan. High shot goes over the net. O'Neal can't get to it. Now Bilton. She'll spin, reverses course. They'll find Weeks on the near side, picked off by Flanagan. And now O'Neal back in. That's off of Weeks and down into the Minutemen zone with 14 left to go. There's Wall. She'll go for a skate with 9, 8. One last rush opportunity here for UMass. Cameron forces Flanagan back, and that's going to do it. No goals here in the overtime period. And we will see what happens next. Are we going to go to a shootout, or are we going to call this one? Discussion at the scorer's table as we try to figure out exactly what's going to happen here. I believe this is going to be a tie. What a job by Jordan Tongue and Sarah Matthews to really shut down opportunities in this game, and that is what it's going to be. It's going to be a 3-3 tie. What a furious comeback by the Lions in the third period, down by 3. 3 goals in the final 4:16 to knot this up at 3 and come away with a big-time tie. You know, granted, this is not a WMCH team that they are up against, so it doesn't necessarily count in their division standings, but it is a nice kind of feather in your cap as you head into another big game tomorrow against Michigan State. Jordan Tongue making 20 saves, Sarah Matthews making 24. Goals by Brianna O'Neal, 2 for her, and Kayla Russ for UMass. For the Lions, it was Bryn Carter, Arden Harushko, and Loki Antonio with the game-tying goal. What a match that we had here tonight. Excitement all the way through. A 3-3 tie. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow night as the Lions take on Michigan State at about 8:50. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you guys come back and catch some more great ACHA action. I'm Michael Wagenknecht saying good night, and we will see you tomorrow from the Centene Community Ice Center.